Later this month, 13 sailors will represent the United States at the Paris Olympics. 4 years from now, those games will be here in Los Angeles, and 16-year-old Stewart McCaleb is doing what he can to make the sailing team on home waters. While he didn't make this year's team, we did chat about how taking part in the Olympic trials experience will help him prepare for LA 2028.
Okay, I'm gonna give you a push.
While most 16-year-olds are playing baseball or soccer, Stewart McCaleb is sailing in regattas and training to one day make the Olympic team. When did you realize that you had a passion and a talent for sailing? 8 years old, right?
At 8 years old, 8 years ago. Time just really passed by when I was out in the water without me noticing. I really liked that fact of, you're on your own boat, you're controlling it, and the water is yours. It can be a really good sport for anybody. It's super fun once you're at that level, you're traveling around and doing a bunch of fun things.
I mean, it looks like a lot of fun, but there's also a strong physical and mental component to doing this.
Yes, you have to have a decent amount of physical strength. You have to also think about how am I going to get around this race course faster than anybody else. So It's a really cool aspect to it, and it's really what makes sailing so hard.
So when you were 8 years old, you were coming out on these waters, and now you're actually coaching kids.
All right, ready? All right, have fun. It's a really good feeling to, give back to the program and see what it looks like, from where I started 8 years ago. And it's a really cool experience. You can see the progression of the kids, and it's really cool to see.
What's your goal? What's your 5-year plan?
I'd say probably 4-year plan. That's probably good because, you got the LA Olympics coming up. So, I'm going to give it my all towards that. It'll be sailed on my home waters, so.
How amazing would that be? Like,
it'd be really cool.
Do you visualize that?
I visualize it. I dream about it all I can, yeah.
To stay on track towards that goal, Stewart says he's in the ocean practicing 6 days a week from 2 to 4 hours a day, all while juggling life as a Los Alamitos high school student. Tell me about the Olympic trials this year.
Yeah, so this year I competed at the 2024 U.S. Olympic trials for the Oka 7, or laser.
Which is, we're sitting in a laser.
Yeah, we're sitting in a laser right now. I was the youngest competitor there by 2 years.
That's awesome.
So it was really cool to compete and compete against the best in the nation. It was a really good experience. It kind of sparked some motivation.
Coming back from a regatta of that caliber with those professional sailors who are dedicating their lives to the sport, and then coming back and bringing that mentality to his high school practices and his high school regattas and stuff, it really gives him a perspective that not a lot of other kids get.
It was an 8-day regatta. I'm used to 3-4-day regattas, so it was about double what I was comfortable with.
Yeah.
On day 2 of the regatta, wind was probably in the range, gusting up to 40 knots. There was so much rain, we could probably only see about 100 feet in front of us. And we got caught in a thunderstorm out there, and it was super scary, and everybody was freaking out. So everybody was in what they call survival mode, where they're trying to move as little as possible to get in, not flip. I flipped a couple times. I think everybody at least flipped once that day. Was that the most difficult situation you've been in out there on the water? I think it was the craziest, most difficult, and probably most fun ever. I think everybody at the end of the day came back with a smile on their face. I think just surviving.